Yeah, I got a new configuration of the dead water finisher. You can see that changed it around a bit. I still have 3 drops in the bottom here, kind of safety catches so you don't lose your gold. I got that same material that I've been using sitting there, and of course it's got quite a bit of gold in it, but it's got some dirt in there still too, and it's got a little bit of sulfides and whatnot, but yeah, mostly gold. And but it's still dirty. I relocated the vibe from, instead of being on the wall back here, to directly on the plate. So it's right on the cleaning plate here. It's got 4 posts that are printed right on the plate. It's also got this big spreader bar here. It's 3mm high, just high enough where I can spill the water over it. And it, of course, it spreads out the vibration a little bit instead of being so concentrated in the center. And that seems to have helped quite a bit. I need to change it around, probably some more still, but yeah, I'm out here playing with it again. You can see I installed the speed control, so now we can, have the power on back here and not just go to full blast, and so we can actually control the speed. And so it still has the power switch back here, and of course I got the water running here. I got it tipped up with a tilt plate back there at 4mm. It goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10mm. And yeah, I'm sitting at 4mm right now. I just sit out here playing with it, tested it a little bit, and I thought I'd better show you what's going on here, because pretty interesting looking. And so anyway, let's show you something here. Let me turn this dude on here. So just at a very low vibration setting there, right? Take a gander at this gold here and what it does here. So you can see it's starting to get underway a little bit, right? Starting to twitch. And look where it's going though, right? It's going upward, right? So I'm gonna give it a little more vibration. You see how the dirt is separated from the gold? You got a nice line of gold there. I'm gonna keep going. Now everything's getting a little bit more squirrely because we got a stronger vibration. Some of the gold's starting to twitch a little bit. I even go more. You can see the gold actually starting to come down a little bit now, right? I'm gonna keep going. Go full blast. At this point right there, I would suck up that gold right there, right? Because of a nice line of clean gold, right? Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? So anyway, yeah, I like the adjustability of the little speed controller. That really gives you a lot of latitude with this guy. And of course, you just turn it on a little bit, you see how it starts coming back down. So based on the frequency of the vibration and the particle size seems, and of course the flow and the tilt angle also. The flow is fixed, of course, just at this 160 gallon per hour pump. But I got it up at 4mm, like I said in the back. And as you speed it up a little bit, or slow it down, right? If I slow it down, it starts coming back down a little bit. What it's doing, it's kind of like when you tap a pan to, tap your gold to the top. It's kind of doing that, like 1,000 times over, like 1,000 times a second or more. You can see the water's getting really squirrely, right? However, pretty good line of gold. It's bringing up some of the sulfides and stuff too now. However, we're not sweeping it around, we're not touching it, we're not doing a single thing to it, right? Except adjusting the frequency. I slow it down a little bit and the gold's climbing back up a little bit more. So again, I might be compelled right at this moment to get my snuffer out and snuffer up that gold before it gets mixed back in with that dirt. Yeah, and of course we got gold here, but we could sweep it all in the pile and redo it. So yeah, very interesting. So yeah, I'm having fun playing with it, just doing this. And so I still need to do a few more things because it's still not ready. But boy, the little speed controller, that's a nice little, having, I got it written on there, vibe control. The vibe and the vibe control. I thought that was a pretty interesting little action there. And so I'm glad to show you that. I'm glad to show you. Turn it back on a little bit and it all starts coming down a little bit, right? It's pretty wild. So it's kind of all mixed together again a little bit. And very interesting and fun to play with. I'm having a lot of fun here. I got a little treasure from Jason from Flower Gold Wizards. Yeah, apparently I won, and he sent me this little treasure. I got a bag of pay dirt and a couple of little stickers, you know, yeah, that's right, the black poison. And I got Rigby on a $20, okay, fine, Rigby's not on the $20 bill, but yeah, we got Jackson on there. So yeah, so a little gold $20 bill, it's kind of cool. And we got one of his nice little gold pans. So I got this dude opened up here. I'll pour some on in here. Let's pour it all in there. Yeah, let's pour it all in there. Yeah, it is. Put it all in there. Got a little water here. We're gonna flood the zone, baby. We're gonna flood the zone. Couple soil injections. There we go. Now we got water on that. I got that dude up at 4 millimeters still, and I have no vibration on. I'm just gonna put a scoop on here because I haven't done this at all. And so, might as well see what she does, right? As far as just playing with it, you know, I don't think this is a good use for this, but we're playing. We're playing with it, so why not? Yeah, let's try and act up a little bit there. We got a little bit of material that came off there. Let's spread out. Oh, look at all that heavy stuff rolling right off there. That little bit of water flow. Don't see no gold in there. Yeah, it's not really a cleanup sleuth, you know, or a sleuth at all. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a Miller table, I guess, a little bit, you know, vibration Miller table. Yeah, it's a dead water finisher. What am I talking about? So I didn't do a single thing. I just threw it on in there, you guys saw. That's right. That's how we do it some days. Because it's fun. And the dirt's all right in here, right? I ain't got to sweat it, it ain't going nowhere. Okay, fine, I gotta zoom you back here. I gotta zoom you back, there you go. Let's just sweep it on up again. This dude's 6 inches wide, so it ain't going nowhere because it's dead right here, right? The water's full enough in here where it's piling up right here. So being at a little angle at 4 millimeter and being full of water, yeah, it's all piling up here, so it's dead. It ain't going off there unless I sweep it off. Once we get a few more of these big dudes off, we'll vibrate it and see what happens. Maybe that's enough. Let's give it a shot at the title and see what happens here. Yeah, it's coming off there. Let's give it heck here. Oh, I can see some gold there now. Yeah, a lot of material's flying off there. Slow it down a smidge here. It's got different frequencies there, right where it, like just a little bit of vibration and then turning it up. Like right in here it starts bucking, right? So now it's bucking hard in there, and so it's knocking that material off there fast. Yeah, it's interesting with adjustable speed on that dude. Yeah, it's pretty fun so far. I'm having a good time with it. I hope you guys are having a good time. I surely am. Yeah, I see no gold yet at all down there, so that's a pretty good sign. It's a good sign. I see some gold right there though. Right there. All right, let's give it a heck again here, see what happens. Yeah, it's not the optimum frequency, obviously, for this dirt. Right in there is pretty good though, right? Yeah, I probably could go up to 6mm instead of 4. That might help too. Look at the gold up here, right? You see that gold up there? Yeah, that's pretty fantastic. Yeah, interesting. You never know when you're prototyping, so you just don't know. So I figured we'd try Flower Gold Whistler's dirt, because sometimes his dirt's tough, man. He's an expert at panning that stuff, but like, yeah, well, actually, that's a pretty big gold there, so maybe this is his big stash of gold instead of that super flowery stuff. Yeah, look at the gold up there already. It's nice separation for doing pay dirt. There's a nice hunk of sparkly looking pyrite stuff. Yeah, let's sweep this into a pile here a bit and see what we get. Yeah, you gotta go, you're a big hunk of rock. Well, you guys actually. Yeah, pretty interesting for just throwing pay dirt on there, right? It's the pay dirt, it's the auto pay dirt panner too. Which I knew I'd do some of this because it's wide, right? It's 6 inches wide, and yeah, so it doesn't take any brain power to know that it'll do this too. So anyway, we're gonna crank it up a little bit, see if we can get that gold to climb up a bit more. Oh, she's separating. Let's get this stuff out of here if it'll go. Big rocks are like, hey man, I ain't going. That vibration is that's my frequency, man. That's my frequency. What are you knocking me down for? You're finished. Get out of there. You're not gold, so you're finished. Poke at this a little bit, see what we got. See what happens. Yeah, a little bit of pyrite flipping out there. Flipping out. I can see it's pyrite. It's got a nice little sparkle to it when it flips down. Yeah, look at the gold separating though, right? Big pieces over here. Very interesting. Yeah. I like the adjustable frequency gizmo. This is Prospector controlled. Prospector controlled. But look at the gold, man, up here, right? I'd suck that up in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, let's do that. Oh, there goes my cap. I'm gonna suck that up and mix it up with this hard rock gold, because I'm gonna play with it all then after that. Let's get rid of some of this here. It's nice and clean, because why not, right? A little bit more stuff here, nice and clean. And get around the block here and get this stuff. There we go. Woohoo! Nice little squirrel already there, Jason. Thank you, pal. Let's give it the heck here. Let's give it the heck and see what happens. It's climbing up there. That's right, 10,000 taps per second. I'll tap that gold to the top. That might be enough because it's trying to drag up that black sand too there. Let me get this big piece here. And a couple of these guys while we've got some vacuum. There we are. Just pan this out here real quick. Like a regular pan, right? Get your material back down into the crack right here at that point. Stratify it a bit. Walk it forward. Strip off the stuff from the top. Do it again. Yeah, this will be way faster than playing with the gold finisher there, that dead water finisher. Get this down to some concentrates and then we can play with that gizmo. Okay, that's enough. These guys this away. Oh, there's lots of gold in there and it drops, right? Get it out of there though, because we're going to just run most of it right in our finisher. Good amount of gold. Nice bag there, Jason, like I said earlier. Okay, I got it out of there. It's pretty good. Yeah, we're just gonna walk it forward here a little bit and get off that fluff. Try not to lose any gold. There's some nice big pieces in there. Ooh, good job there, Jace. Good job, pal. Flour gold. There ain't no flour on him no more, man. Flour gold, smaller gold. There's a big old chunk of something or other. Some triganic piece of iron. A triganic piece. Back down the crack. Oh, I don't walk it too hard because I see gold trying to get away. Trying to get away now. Yeah, that's why I like these finishers, because I don't have to be careful. I don't have to be nearly as careful. That's a hunk of pyrite, right? That should be enough. I think that's good enough. That's right. Let's run it. Let's run the rest of it on the finisher. I got the material back on there. I did. I dumped it right out of that pan right on there. It's got a little bit of material down here at the bottom. It had already washed up. This fluff, these tailings down here. And yeah, it's got a little bit of stuff still coming off it here. It's been running here for about a minute or so. I'm gonna hit the vibe on it. What happens? Got quite a bit of gold in here, you can see. This is, of course, not, as I said, one spoonful before. There's a hunk of pyrite going down there. Quite a bit of, another hunk of pyrite rolled down. Quite a bit of black sand and stuff coming out of it. Up here you can see some of the bigger gold moving a little bit. Got quite a bit of black sand moving now. The 3 hunk of material. Like a bigger rock or something. Okay, so yeah, we got a shadow to deal with here now, but anyway, let's do it sideways here one time. Turn on some vibration. There we go, got some black sand moving. Alright, so some of the debris is moving, but not much gold yet. Matter of fact, the gold's climbing a smidge. Give it a tiny bit more vibration. Can actually see a tiny bit of gold here, I do believe. Not positive, but it looks kind of like gold. We'll sweep it up real quick to make sure we're not losing any. And we're getting quite a bit of black sand still. Maybe a smidge more. Still getting black sand off there. That might be a piece of gold. Well, that gold's starting to get squirrely up there, right? See it jumping around? Oh yeah, look at it go now. It's jumping around like a big dog. It's kind of forming a line on the bottom, right? And the black material's on top. Isn't that wild? See if we can get it to switch. Yeah, it's climbing. Sure is. This gold's trying to get away. It's too fast. Yeah, this is literally the first time I played with it in this configuration. So you guys are experiencing it exactly like I am. And of course it's a little bit hard to film and play too, but yeah. Gold over here, trying to squirrel off on us. Getting a lot of black material off here though. Bring that back out. Yeah, we got a nice pile of gold there, huh? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna suck that up because that looks pretty good there. Okay, I kind of got it all swept into a pile there in the middle. Now watch what it does here. It seems to always want to go over to this side here, which is kind of interesting. And obviously I got this thing hanging out a little bit. It's not stuck in all the way, and it's not, you know, sealed or nothing. I just, like I said, we're in prototype mode, so I just stick it in there a little bit. So it might act a little differently if I throw it in there. And as I crank it up here a little bit, watch how it all wants to go to the left. So the clean gold going to the left, right? See how it's going to the left there? I'm going to accommodate it and suck it up on as it comes. As you come over near me, I'm going to get you. Come to Papa, baby. That's pretty wild. I like that part. I'll go a little more. Feel the water's really wailing, right? You can see the ripples in it. Ooh, there it goes. Get back down to the resonant frequency there. Some of this back over there. Get that clean stuff there. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, interesting. Move it back into a pile again. Yeah, we're down to the wire here, but let's see if we get that last little bit of black sand out of there by doing what we're doing here. There we go. Now we got a little action going with that water. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like a Lay's potato chip, like a Ruffles or something. It's pretty wild looking. And I like this part here where the gold's coming to me. Come to me, baby. We got more to figure out, but as you can see, it looks pretty interesting. So yeah, also the amount of how tall it is off the table, you know, I got about, I think 20 millimeters, those posts, the 4 posts that the vibes off the table. Now if I raise it up more, it's going to act a little differently, right? Because those posts will be longer and they'll be swinging differently, you know. And of course the size of them, you know, I got them 5 millimeter right now, and 6 millimeter is going to act different or whatever. And so yeah, I got still more testing to do, but all in all, very interesting with the speed controller, and of course mounting the vibration unit right on the table. And a little bit hard to print like that because you need structure that builds like a tree behind it or whatever to hold everything up while you're printing. So it's a pain to get off there a little bit. So it's a little harder work than a lot of the, you know, you try to build stuff 3D printing so it's easy. Yeah, instead of hard. And this is hard right now. And of course there's a lot of action there too. You know, I got a little battery holder and a vibration unit and then a speed controller and a little speed controller box. And so there's a lot more to it than just some, like a gold pan. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a very cool unit so far. And it works pretty dang good. You know, we got some pretty darn good clean gold, I do believe, here. And yeah, quite a bit of it there too. Got some black material in there, but I sucked up quite a bit of that. Actually, I sucked up all that material. You know, the hard rock stuff that has black material in it. I sucked it all up because I wanted to rerun more of that, you know, black material with the gold, so I can play with it next time. And I'm going to run some of this Flower Gold Wizard stuff, obviously, with it too now, because it's got various sizes and different shapes and whatnot in there, which makes it another interesting aspect, because obviously if you just run one type of gold, like hard rock is very jagged and fine, and so it bites in really good, where placer golds are kind of roundy and softer shaped, and so it'll act differently, you know. And so I need to try a variety, and of course it's come additional things here, some additional shapes, maybe this a little bigger, taller, something, you know, and just so I know how it's going to behave. Because the way it goes all over here, it's kind of cool, but it might be just because I got it hanging out here, you know. If I push it in more, it might, like that, it might act differently. And it's very possible, because if it's hanging out here, it's going to kind of throw the vibration more on these legs than this leg, right? And so maybe it's got more vibration over here due to that fact. And so yeah, anyway, I wanted to bring you in on it because that's what I decided on this project, that we'll bring you on in on all the prototype work until we get it figured out, and then we'll have something, and you guys will know exactly what happened. You'll know what happened. Anyway, love you, baby. Peace. Yeah, I'll stay on it and see if we can make this thing work for us really well. It's been really fun so far. And hey, peace, baby, Flower Gold Wizard. We love you, baby. And thank you, Jason. I appreciate the dirt and the other little treasures, and your little pan, and the $20 note of gold. We like that. And of course, we love Rigby. We love all those puppies. I love my babies too. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to stay on this here Deadwater finisher until we get it to do something that we know what it's going to do. What is it going to do? Anyway, yeah, the speed controller, big addition to it. Very, very good. I'm well pleased with that so far. And they're not all that hard to hook up. A little bit of work, obviously a lot more work than just printing something and pulling it off the printer, you know, and having it basically done, you know. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, one by one. Peace, baby. We love you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.